This is Colin. Colin Ellis. So Colin knows a lot about meditation. That's why Colin and I are going to talk about meditation and the planet. And I think you'll be able to find the right meditations for each planetary expression. Jupiter is enthusiastic and, not just a few books, it has bookshelves. And so on a kitchen level, it's not just a few mugs, it's loads of mugs in case anyone comes round. Jupiter is a party. And Jupiter is also our higher self and our connection with religion and philosophy and theosophy and anything that's going to think more about the nature of existence. So it is the materialism, it is the material world in abundance, but it's also looking at it from a more exalted view as well.
Brilliant.
Okay, so.
Meditation for that.
Yes, one meditation. Is there one meditation for that?
Whereas earlier we said for the sun, it was, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll come to a conclusion about that, which is not a thought but an experience. There is another one similar to that, a contemplation, which is, what is life? And I've watched people use this on retreat, and they typically come up with things like, I've experienced the abundance of life. It's just fertile. It's just, everything is blossoming. Everything is coming into life. And this sort of thing. So this sounds like a very Jupiter kind of experience.
It does. And you know what? Another thing about Jupiter is gratitude.
And certainly that's part of what they feel.
Yes, it's the feeling of gratitude. When you feel gratitude, you just feel wow, don't you?
Yeah. And there is a meditation for that.
Okay.
If we go, because we don't want just meditations where you've got to go on a retreat.
No, we want meditation that you can do here, now, wherever.
So right here, right now, there's a very simple meditation where we maybe have a look around, maybe have a listen, maybe have a feel of our body, and see if we can observe something where we can say, that's okay. Now, which is great for if you've got anxiety going or something like that, to look for something where we go, wow, it's a bit much. But if, to begin with, if it's, that's okay. And it doesn't have to be a big thing, it doesn't have to be a wow. And what I say to people is, if you're in a room where you're feeling it's a bit dull, there's not much to celebrate, look for something tiny, such as a little bit of light shining off the edge of a frame, or a colour that you like, or the shape of a shadow even. Just anything that you can say, that's okay. And from that, what generally happens is we'll find something else to say, that's okay, we'll find something else. And as we get into meditation and do lots of meditation, doing that same exercise, it becomes, I like that, that's good. And then it becomes, wow.
So people might not actually believe that unless they try it.
That's right. And this is also why I say to people, it's a that's okay situation to begin with. Without having done lots of regular meditation, which takes you onto a sort of a different plane of experience. We've been working with joy and happiness and connecting with our true self for a while, and it becomes easier and easier to connect into that happy feeling. So if you're in that place, then just looking around, deliberately looking for something, feel a lot of pleasure from the tiny things that other people who haven't been on that journey yet would say, that's okay, yeah, I like that, that's okay.
But Jupiter is also higher mind. You know, the higher mind is like philosophy. Philosophy is Jupiter. You know, why is this? What is that? And it's not the answer, it is the process.
Yeah, yeah.
So is there a meditation to get in touch with that mindset of philosophizing?
Well, the one of what is life is like that. But that is a contemplation style of meditation. Mm-hmm. And there's lots of different contemplations that you can do.
Okay.
But with contemplation, there's two types. There's the questions, such as who am I and what is life, and then there's the logical framework. So you might ask something like, "Oh, am I my body? Yes or no? Am I my environment? Yes or no? Am I my thoughts?" Now that gets a little bit tricky. You might need some other sort of logical things, like, is when I have two thoughts that are conflicting, am I my thoughts, or are they trying to get me to agree with one of them? So there's a whole load of logical arguments that we can use to get to the conclusion.
Which is philosophy.
Exactly.
Contemplating as a meditation.
Yes, that's right.
So Jupiter, then, being of abundance, has more than one meditation. It has
there's
contemplation, focusing on tiny little beautiful bits.
Which then add up.
Yeah. And that's so Jupiter as well, like lots and lots of things, you know? Okay, so that's good for Jupiter too.